Choiceless awareness. Hello, my name is Ruchika Prakash, and I'm the director of the Clinical Neuroscience Laboratory at The Ohio State University. You have received these guided meditation instructions either as part of our research program or clinical outreach activities. We will now be engaging in a 30-minute sitting meditation called Choiceless Awareness. For this, following the instructions offered in the breath awareness practice, you're invited to take your seats. Sitting in an upright position with our back straight and yet relaxed, dignified, embodying confidence, feeling the floor or chair beneath you, supporting you, feeling gravity holding you, the earth receiving you, finding a point of balance where gravity is holding you comfortably, upright, without straining, allowing the body to become still. All this space around you. And now, bringing your attention to the sense of the body breathing, the breath entering and leaving the body, resting in awareness of the breath, bringing curiosity and freshness to this moment. And noticing where you feel the sensation of breath most vividly now. And centering your attention there. Simply breathing in and out. Noticing that there is a beginning, middle, and end of an in-breath, and a beginning, middle, and end of an out-breath. Watching the entirety of an in-breath, from the beginning to the end. Noticing the moment, the space, or the pause when it shifts to become an out-breath. And then noticing the out-breath from its beginning to its shift as it becomes an in-breath. Realizing that no matter how many times the attention leaves the breath, awareness of that does arise, and there is an opportunity to choose and to bring the attention back. bring it back to this in-breath or this out-breath now. Quietly counting or naming the breath if you would like, with whatever naming you may employ that serves you. Allowing the breath to be at the center of your attention and allowing any thoughts to come and go like clouds in the sky. If the attention has wandered from the breath, gently but firmly escorting it back, making the breath the center, the focus of your attention again. And now, when you're ready, expanding your attention beyond the breath to include the entire body sitting here. Becoming aware of sensations in the body. Perhaps sensations of contact with the chair. Perhaps the touch of clothes on your body. Or perhaps how your hands feel in the moment. Sensations of temperature. Being present with any sensations as they arise. And as you become aware of sensations that might arise and that capture your attention, you might quietly and in an unbiased way gently label it as a sensation, like touching it with a feather. Noticing how sensations sometimes stay for just a short while, and how other times they linger on. Noticing how they change in intensity, shift, and pass away as new sensations arise. Like the breath, they have a beginning, middle, and end. Staying in touch with sensations in the body as you sit. If the attention wanders, noticing and making a choice to bring it back with care and kindness to the awareness of the body and breath. If sensations arise in the body that are very intense, making it difficult to focus on the body or the breath, there are two ways to be with this. You may choose to change your posture mindfully, attending to the sensations of movement as you shift. Or you may choose to direct attention right into the intensity of the sensation itself, exploring it with a gentle curiosity, noticing nuances of sensation, perhaps some thoughts, perhaps some judgments, maybe some resistance or bracing. And as much as possible, stepping back to observe, to open space in awareness, perhaps to soften, and attending to the duration, noticing that sensations change, that they have beginning, middle, and an end. Now, allowing your attention to shift from the breath and the body to the sense of hearing, not seeking sound, rather receiving whatever is available from within the body or from the environment, near and far. Becoming particularly aware of hearing, noticing how the awareness receives sounds without effort. Being aware of how sounds have a beginning, middle, and end. How some sounds are quite short and some are long. How they're varied and textured. How there is space between sounds. Noticing how the mind labels sounds, has opinions about sounds, likes and dislikes certain sounds. Gentle labeling, sound. Noticing any desire to move away from some sounds and toward others. As much as possible, making space in which sounds can be experienced as they are. And when you're ready, allowing attention to shift from hearing and letting it expand this time into thinking, the realm of thought, seeing thoughts not as distractions, but rather bringing your awareness to the thinking process itself. Noticing how thoughts arise. Stay briefly or for a more extended period and then dissolve. Beginning, middle, and end. So not getting lost in the content of the thoughts. Allowing thought to be in the foreground of awareness with sound, body sensations, and breath in the background. Noticing thoughts. If you would like, labeling thought or thinking as it arises, seeing and letting go. They may be about anything, about sleep, obligations, the past, the future. If you get carried away in the current of thinking, coming back to observing thoughts as separate elements that come and go. Thoughts moving through an open and spacious mind. Noticing that emotions too arise from the body and the mind. Perhaps frustration, or restlessness, or peacefulness, or sadness. Perhaps joy, or fear. Now bringing attention to emotion, to the mood state. What is here for you right now? Noticing where in the body certain emotions seem to live. Exploring emotions. Noticing how what is here may be wanted, or perhaps unwanted. How there may be a tendency to cling to emotion judged as pleasant, and to struggle with others judged negatively, like sadness or fear. Gently, naming any arising or lingering emotion, seeing and letting it be, seeing and letting to pass. If any time emotions or sensations become too uncomfortable, remember that you can always return to the breath. Finding a safe harbor, focus there until you're ready to venture out again. Moving now, if you care to, into a choiceless awareness, not choosing to bring your attention to anything in particular. We are simply sitting here, fully aware of whatever it is that is presenting to you in each moment. If sound arises, allowing sound to be the center of attention. Sound. If body sensation arises, letting that be the center of your attention. Sensation. Until the next arising, which may be another sensation, or perhaps a thought about that sensation, or maybe even an emotion. Labeling the arisings if you would like to. At one moment, the breath may predominate, and then perhaps sound might be most prominent. Simply dwelling with an open awareness, attending to whatever arises. Observing whatever presents itself to you in the moment. Being spacious with whatever arises. Sitting in stillness with whatever comes and goes. Being present with it all. Being here, now. Open to the totality of your experience. Being full human. Ending this practice with a metaphor that may serve you. Your observing self is like the sky. Thoughts and feelings are like the weather. The weather changes continually, but no matter how bad it gets, it cannot harm the sky in any way. The mightiest thunderstorm, the most turbulent hurricane, the most severe winter blizzard, these things cannot hurt or harm the sky. And no matter how bad the weather gets, the sky always has room for it. And sooner or later, the weather always changes. Now, sometimes we forget the sky is there, but it is still there. And sometimes we can't see the sky. It's obscured by clouds. But if we rise high enough above those clouds, even the thickest, darkest thunder clouds, sooner or later, we will reach clear across the sky, stretching in all directions, boundless and pure. More and more, you can learn to access this part of you, this part of your safe sky. And as this meditation session comes to a close, realizing that by practicing mindfulness, you're intentionally deepening your ability to be fully present in your daily life. If it feels right, perhaps congratulating yourself for having taken this time and energy to nourish and care for yourself. Remembering that practicing in this way helps create access to a wider, deeper, more open way of being in your life, in which you can see more clearly and make more conscious choices for health, well-being, and freedom.